Hey guys, it is time for Moons Out 2026, sponsored this year by Nocturne Industries. They do some super cool night vision stuff, way more high speed and effective than this old thing, although this does look kind of retro cool now. Anyway, if you are familiar with Moons Out, you know that it is the coolest, the most fun, the most challenging, overall absolutely the best nighttime rifle match that is out there and available. And I will skip to the really important stuff for you guys first. This year, or rather next year, it is taking place March 6th through March 8th. That's a Friday through Sunday at the Echo Valley Training Center, as always, in Echo Valley, West Virginia. And registration opens tomorrow morning. That is December 1st at 6 a.m. Mountain Time on the Practiscore that is linked down in the description text below. So if you want to come and join us, click that link, hit the Practiscore, and 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, registration opens, sign up, and join us. Now, if you are not familiar with Moons Out, of course, as I said, it's the best night rifle match out there. So let's start with some basic info. This is an action-style rifle match. It is one gun only, just a rifle. There will be 10 stages over 2 nights. You'll shoot 5 stages each night. Stages are typically 3 to 4 minute par times, and our stages for this match are designed specifically for nighttime environments. This isn't just an IPSC rifle match in the dark. This is a match with stages to emphasize your ability to use night vision and to use your rifle with night sighting capabilities in a practical manner. So we will have at least one medical-oriented stage, forcing you to do some medical tasks in the dark. We will have a vehicular stage, shooting off the back of a moving vehicle. We will have, what else do we have? There's always at least 1 or 2 stages that require you to use your nods to get information from the world and then act upon that information. So you need to be able to know, be capable with adjusting your focus to be able to see things up close, see things far away, transition between the two, that sort of thing. And we've had some fun stuff in the past, like a stage with a pickup gun that was iron sighted. Can you use it? Like, there's nothing on it that you can use for sight, so make do. Anyway, super cool, fun stages. These stages have been in testing already for this year's match for a couple months now. Les Winter and our range officer crew spend a tremendous amount of time ahead of the match, proving out everything to make sure that everything is going to run smoothly, and all of our cool props that we have lined up are going to work out just like they're supposed to. So that's the gist. It is, as I said, located at the Echo Valley Training Center in Echo Valley, West Virginia. The nearest town, the nearest significant town, is Winchester, regular Virginia, just over the border. If you are flying into the match, the airport to use is Dulles International. Despite being associated with the Washington, D.C. area, Dulles is in the state of Virginia. So if you're flying in with guns, which I've done a couple of times now, you can fly into Dulles as long as your guns are okay by Virginia law, which is not particularly problematic. Virginia still has pretty good gun laws. And then just drive over to the match. You don't need to worry about Washington, D.C. There is camping available at the Echo Valley Training Center. It is going to be March in West Virginia. It's going to be cold. It might be really cold. It might be raining. It might be snowing. So plan accordingly. If you're going to camp, be prepared for the worst possible inclement weather. If you are not planning to camp, there are probably your best bet are hotels in the Winchester area. There are also some Airbnb residences. If you want to get together with some friends, sign up for the match, rent yourself an Airbnb house. That sounds like a fantastic way to spend a long weekend. Divisions. We have 4 divisions this year. We are particularly excited that I think we have finally cracked the code for heated thermal targets. So we are introducing this year for the first time an official thermal division because our targets will be heated. So very much looking forward to that. If you have a thermal setup, bring it, play with it, figure out, see how it works in a practical environment like this. That said, our most difficult division is passive. That means no emission of light at all. So I should say there is no white light allowed for anyone in the match. This is all infrared nods, like no flashlight, no white lights at all. In passive division, you're not allowed to have infrared illumination either. So no IR lasers, no IR illuminator. You will be using essentially, most likely, a red dot optic that you just look through in the dark. Good luck. It may be great. It may be very difficult. We do time the match to make sure that we have decent moonlight, but we can't control for cloud cover. So if it's super cloudy, we do have some stages that are in the forest, in natural terrain, and you may have a very difficult time in passive. Then again, If you do well in passive, that is serious cool band bragging points. The next division is active, which is kind of straightforward. You are allowed to have infrared lasers and infrared illuminators and use them however you like. Stage up from that is armored TST. We take our division rules for this essentially come from the Finnish Reservist Association standards. So armored TST means you're going to be wearing 26 pounds of primarily armor plate, so it's intended for rifle plates. You also have to have a set of other mandatory pieces of equipment, including a knife, a first aid kit with a tourniquet, a liter of water, and a minimum amount of ammunition on you. All the rules, the specifics for that are on the rules on the website, which is moonsoutmatch.com, which is also linked in the description text below. And then our fourth and final division, as I said, is thermal this year. So thermal is basically a version of passive. It is its own standalone division. It is for people who are using thermal optics, and it does not allow for active infrared illumination. So if you want to use thermal but have a backup IR laser or something, you're going to be in the active division. As far as equipment goes, we're pretty open on equipment. It is a one-gun match. Don't bring a pistol. We don't allow pistols on the course of fire, just as a safety precaution. Your rifle has to be a minimum caliber of 9x19 Parabellum, so PCCs are just fine. Maximum caliber is either anything intermediate. If it'll fit in an AR-15 magwell, it's fine. 5.56, 7.62x39, 300 blackout, 6.5 Grendel, 6.5 arc. All those cartridges are cool, good to go. If you want to use something that is AR-10 or longer mag length, 8mm, 308, 7.62x54, 8.6 blackout, those cartridges have to be used in subsonic loadings. And that's something that we do to maintain target longevity so that we don't have to send range officers downrange in the dark in a live fire match to fix broken targets. We don't really care about accessories on your rifle beyond that. We don't care how many sighting devices you have, as long as they meet the requirements of the division that you're in. We don't care if you have bipods, slings, whatever. I do highly recommend a sling, by the way. It will come in handy in the match. If you have a suppressor, that's awesome. Bring it along. We love suppressed guns at the match. We have timers that are pretty well set up to capture suppressed firing. If you have a machine gun, bring it. That's awesome. As long as it's legal, we're great with it. The range has no objection to machine guns. I've done this match with a machine gun. It doesn't really actually help you in the scores, but it sure is a lot of fun. Now, safety is a major element for us. This is run like every other sort of typical action match on sort of pretty much standardized rules, but we add a few things onto that in recognition of the fact that we are doing this all in the dark. One of those things is we do not allow spectators. It is only match participants who are allowed on the field. We also do not allow competitors to have their buddy follow them to film them. And I apologize. I know that is a really cool thing to be able to do, but we want to minimize the number of people at the firing line with loaded firearms during the actual shooting stages. So we encourage people to record their own runs using a Grec X or a brain exploder on your nods or something mounted to your rifle. That's awesome, highly encouraged, very cool. But we can't have your buddy following you down the stage filming you. Sorry. We also keep the squads together. The squads all move from stage to stage as a group, and there is a dedicated range officer that travels with each squad and whose role is simply to maintain squad cohesiveness, to make sure that we don't have anyone wander off the stage into the middle of the night. We have a significant infrastructure set up on the range with a full-on radio net, communications between all of our range officers and headquarters location, and we've got the safety issues pretty well nailed down by this point. This is the 4th year that we'll have run this match. But it does mean we do things a little bit differently than you'll get at daytime matches. And I think that takes us lastly to cost and prizes. The range fee is $300, or the match fee is $350. It is an expensive match. We do our utmost to make it worth your while for that, and that includes a prize table where our goal, which we've been pretty good about meeting in the past, is that the average prize is equal to the match entry fee. We have some really cool prizes. We have some really cool sponsors this year. It's not just Nocturne. We have a bunch of other companies who are sponsoring the match and providing some awesome stuff on the prize tables. Our prizes are completely random draw, so we don't care if you win. Random draw for the prize table. If you win, you will get a cool plaque or trophy, bragging rights, but you can win and be the last person drawn for the prize table, you can come in dead last and be the first person drawn for the prize table. I don't think I've seen both of those happen, but I've seen one of them happen. So some of you will go home with some seriously cool stuff. Everyone will go home with something that's more than just generic swag. I think that's about it. A big thanks once again to Nocturne Industries for sponsoring the match, for being our title sponsor this year. We are really looking forward to working with them, and we are looking forward to seeing you guys out there at Echo Valley for Moons Out 2026.